The Forest is the first new film of 2016, and it's a horror movie starring someone from a young adult novel-based movie series. And what this movie is about is Sarah goes into the suicide forest in Japan because people said her twin sister went in there when she went missing a couple days ago. And when she walks in, a bunch of hallucinatory stuff happens and weird psychological stuff. Now, to be honest, guys, when I saw the trailer for this movie, I was literally not even that excited for it, and I got even less excited when I found out that this was the first new film of 2016. But, to be honest, I walked out of this movie not entirely hating it. There are some things to dislike, though. But let's stay positive real quick. First of all, the acting, it's fine. Natalie Dormer in the role, I thought she was good. She wasn't terrific or anything like that, but for what she had to do, she was fine. She didn't really blow my mind with her great acting or something like that. She was the best out of the entire cast, I guess you could say. But that's not really saying much because no one in this movie really shines or outweighs some other actor. Everyone is just fine, and Natalie Dormer is just a little bit better than them. And there's one character played by Taylor Kinney, but at first I was like, I don't know how I feel about this generic character. But then like halfway through the movie I was like, alright, I'm kinda getting used to you. He wasn't like the best character or anything like that, but he was fine. Like I said, everyone was just fine. Now Jackson, this is a horror movie, so how are the scares? Some parts actually were a little creepy. There was especially one pretty cool moment, I thought, involving like a hole in the ground. I won't spoil what goes down, but I actually kind of like that scene. There are a couple creepy scenes in this movie. However, a lot of jump scares happen. Now, it's fine. If a jump scare actually goes along with something that's supposed to be scary, that's fine. I like a good jump at something that's actually supposed to be scary, but when there's a false jump scare of a guy jumping out at a car window, a normal guy who just jumps out at a car window and then laughs about it like it was all a big joke, those are the jump scares that I can't stand. Oh yeah, and dream sequences. There was a dream sequence as well that happened. As you can tell, I'm not a big fan of the false scares, like, oh, this is scary, oh, wait, it's just something innocent, like a cat, or just some toy that's in the corner for some reason, you know? Like, I want to get actually scared. I want to see scares that are actually real in the movie, not scares that are false in the movie. That's just, no. And just because you make me jump at it doesn't mean I like it. It just makes me annoyed when I realize that that didn't actually happen in the movie. So I can't say this movie was particularly scary. There were a couple creepy shots, but I wasn't like scared like taking a shower that night or turning off the lights and going to bed with my closed closet door wondering what could be back there. No, I would just say that this is a creepy movie without any real scares. That's a trend I'm noticing in some horror movies, is that a lot of it is just, ooh, look at this creepy stuff, but it's not really gonna stick with you as an actual terrifying thing. Shining, that horror movie, that stuck with me for a couple days. Same with The Babadook, a recent horror film. But there are a couple horror films recently, like this movie, The Forest, that just don't have anything that's really scary that'll stick with you. They have creepy moments, there's potential, but it's not gonna stick with you. But that's another thing that I like. There's so much potential behind this movie. The premise is actually pretty cool. Like a suicide forest. A forest, big, you could get lost in it easily, especially when you go off the trail. And creepy things in the forest, people having psychological issues in the forest. That's a pretty cool idea. However, it's not as well executed as the director may have thought it was. And especially one really big what the heck just happened moments. The last 10 minutes of this movie, the ending pretty much just made me question a lot of stuff that happened. It was a poor ending, very rushed, and just, I didn't like it whatsoever. Oh yeah, and they have the one last jump scare before the credits happen. Another reason why I didn't like the ending of this movie. Oh yeah, and there are a couple times when they have to use CGI, and especially with that last shot, there's some CGI used, and I was laughing hysterically because, like, you see this little girl and then their face goes like, blah! But then, and it goes gray also, and especially the last shot, they zoom in on a CGI thing, and I was laughing at it. So there are things to like about The Forest. The acting was fine. Like the camera work, they actually had some pretty good camera work, except for some shaky cam they did that was just... But yeah, for the most part, the directing was actually pretty good. I actually kind of feel like the director wanted to make something pretty cool, which, congrats, even though it might not have turned out all that perfect. However, the only character I actually liked was Natalie Dormer's. Taylor Kinney, even though his character got a little bit interesting, I didn't really care about his character. I didn't really want to see more of him. I just kind of wanted him to go away. I was way more interested in Natalie Dormer on her own, honestly. And that ending, seriously, the ending of this movie just ruins a lot of what happened. I can say that honestly, I would watch it again. Like, if it was on, I'd be like, okay, I can watch it. There's nothing else on, right? Okay, we can watch The Forest. I didn't hate it a lot. I could watch it again. The only problem is, I would turn off the television as soon as the last 10 minutes started, because honestly, that last 10 minutes just really ruins some stuff. Like, something happens that it's just weird. It's weird. It's a weird ending that really didn't make me like the movie a lot. But if I had to watch it again, I wouldn't be tortured by it. I'd give The Forest a C+. So I guess you could say this is one of the better horror films that we've gotten in January in past years, but is it still a good movie? Not really. I'd say it's an okay movie. But if you saw The Forest, leave in the comments below what you thought of it. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe. I'm Jackson Fulcher. See you guys next time.